Aloha everybody, this is Gigi from Kauai Community College. In this video, we are talking about the chain rule in conjunction to the product rule. And if you are in my class, this is one of those blue cards for the derivative, and this is number 12. Okay, so, and if you're not in my class, there are 11 other videos out there before this one, so take a look. This said to calculate the derivative of this function. Now, when we look at this function and look at this, we should look at the structure of the function first. Okay, what do I mean by that? This has two factors. So we know that we have to apply the product rule. Okay, so then the product rule said the derivative of a product is the derivative of a product is the derivative of the first function multiplied by the second plus the derivative of the second multiplied by the first. And that's how I remember that, right? And then each one of these have a inside function. So that would be the chain rule. So if we look at the derivative of e to the x squared, we would say the derivative of e to some power is itself. So that would be e to the x squared. However, we have to multiply by the derivative of the inside function, which would be 2x. So the chain rule essentially is almost everywhere. You always have to pay attention to that chain rule. Even when you are applying the product rule or the quotient rule, the chain rule is always there. The chain rule is addressing the derivative of a composite function. And most of the time, I think functions are composite functions. So d of 3, sine of the derivative of, here sine of 3x. Okay, so then the derivative of sine is cosine. So we would say cosine of 3x, and then we multiply by the inside derivative, which would be 3. Okay, so then the chain rule, like I said, chain rule is always there. Always pay attention to that chain rule. Okay, so now let's go and take the derivative of our function. The product rule will apply. So then the derivative of y with respect to x in this case is the derivative of the first, which would be 2x e to the x squared, multiplied by the second function, which would be sine of 3x, plus the derivative of the second function, which would be 3 cosine of 3x, multiplied by the first function, which would be e to the x squared. Okay, now what can you do with that? Okay, you can try to clean that up a little bit, and we can see that there's e to the x squared in both terms there. So dy dx is equal to e to the x squared if we want to multiply that out. And that inside thing here will be 2x sine of 3x plus 3 cosine of 3x. And that is as far as you can go. And that we would say is our final answer. Okay, so make sure whenever you're applying the product rule, quotient rule, whatever, the chain rule is always there. Okay, and make sure that it becomes second nature for you to recognize the chain rule because it's always there.